Well, hi, Emily. It's lovely to see you, and I'm really grateful for you taking some time out from your work as a nurse in the hospital to talk to us on Easter morning. We are all thinking and praying about you, and we'd love to know a little bit about how life is for you now with the COVID situation. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the atmosphere at work? What's it like? Is there much tension and fear around?
So the hospital as a whole isn't too busy at the moment. We're actually got quite a few empty beds, and the actual patients that we have that are positive are low in number, which obviously helps. But staff are still extremely anxious. It's amazing, really, how the situation's really affected people that even in the past you kind of would think they'd be okay, but actually now they are finding it very difficult. So it has been very tense, which has in turn been very exhausting, trying to support and reassure staff. But they are very resilient and very supportive of one another, and definitely get through this.
Good, that's reassuring to hear. And another big thing that we're worrying about and like to know is the protective equipment. Have you and your colleagues got sufficient equipment to work safely?
So simple answer, yes. The RD&E have always been a great trust to work for, and particularly now we haven't had any problems whatsoever with getting the protective equipment we need. We have had small numbers, so we haven't had the bigger numbers to kind of deal with as yet. But I've got confidence in the trust that they will be able to provide us with that equipment that we need.
Well, that's really good to know. So tell us what the hardest part of your job is and how are you coping with it?
I think going back to what I was saying before, supporting and reassuring staff is a really a tricky thing, really, particularly now with COVID being something that a lot of people, well, none of us really know. It's quite an unknown thing. So it's difficult, reassuring staff when it's something you don't know a great deal about. The other thing is looking after, so obviously very sick people, and the emotional impact that has upon you and your staff, and obviously being able to support those patients and their relatives, really.
How does your faith influence the way you view your job and how you carry out your day-to-day work?
When I drive into work, I pray that I'd view things and through the eyes of Christ, and I would love people as Christ does. I often people how I've got quite a calm demeanour. I don't generally get anxious and worried about things, and I think that really kind of stems from knowing Christ and knowing that he is greater, he is bigger than anything that's going on in the world, and even what's going on now.
Have you got any encouraging acts of kindness or anything that you can tell us that is really positive from the hospital?
Yeah, I suppose I'd like to encourage people in that, yes, there are numbers, we are all, I think lots of people are frightened of COVID, but actually, there are lots of people that are recovering from this and going home. And I think we don't hear those stories in the media so much of the numbers of people who have got it but are recovering well from it. And also acts of kindness. We as a ward have been doing 40 acts of kindness for Lent, where every day the senior staff have been putting on different things, even simple things like coffee and biscuits at our daily board round, or doing things in the garden, or you know, bringing in meals or, you know, little things like that, which has really spurred staff on, and is just great. And also just the general support from everywhere, really. We've just had masses of food and drinks and, you know, I don't know, whatever you can think of, you know, people have brought in and really kind of showered us with, yeah, love and blessing in that respect, and people have really appreciated it, and yeah, it spurred the staff on.
So finally, Emily, as a frontline worker and as a much loved member of our church family, let us know how we can be praying for you.
So I think, number one, that numbers would remain small, that you know, with regard to people coming into hospital with the virus. The staff, you know, myself and staff would be kept safe, you know, that we'd be able to get that PPE that we need. And just, yeah, again, with the that staff would be able to get the support that they need, that, you know, that anxieties would just remain low, and that they would feel supported, and we'll be able to get through this.
Well, we will be sure to be praying for you, and thank you so much for sharing. It means a lot to us that you've been able to do this morning. Thank you, Emily.
No problem.